In this video, we are going to be doing an extremely beginner-friendly CTF challenge from TryHackMe. It's called RootMe. If you're new to CTF, then don't worry. This is a great box to learn the basics. We will start by using GoBuster to find hidden directories, exploit a website vulnerability to get a reverse shell, and then finally escalate privilege to gain root access. It is a straightforward challenge that teaches you some of the most important basic skill every beginner hacker needs to learn. So let's get started. So I'm in my Kali Linux right now. I'm connected to the TryHackMe network with my OpenVPN, and the name of the challenge is RootMe. I have already started my machine and got the target IP address, so we deployed the machine. Next, we have to scan the machine and find out how many ports are open. So I'll copy my target IP address, open my terminal, and do a nmap scan with the command sudo nmap. I want to detect the version of the services, so that's why SV and paste my target IP address. After the scanning is completed, I can see port 22 SSH is open and port 80 HTTP is open, and this is the exact version of the service that is running. So if I check the questions, how many ports are open? 2. What version of Apache is running? So it is this one. I'll copy this and paste it. What service is running on port 22? It is SSH. Now we have to find directories on the web server using GoBuster tool. So before I do that, I'll copy the target IP address and go to the website by pasting it. So I can see the website that was running on port 80. If I check the page source, I do not get much information. So now let's use the GoBuster tool. So I'll copy the URL. In my terminal, type the command sudo gobuster. Since I want to scan the directories, I will type dir space -u for URL, paste my URL, -w for word list, and then specify my word list. I'm specifying this word list, and it is under the dirbuster directory, and this is the full command. And now my GoBuster has started. By the way, if you're doing a CTF challenge, it is extremely important that you're comfortable with the terminal commands of Kali Linux. So if you want a free Kali Linux cheat sheet, then click the first link in the description box and you will get this Kali Linux cheat sheet with the most commonly used commands. It is beginner friendly and super easy to understand. So click the first link in the description box to get this cheat sheet. So after the GoBuster has run for a while, I can see the two directories that stand out are uploads and panel. So if I go to the uploads directory first, I can see the directory is empty. So let's go to the panel directory. So I'll copy this and add it to my URL. So this is interesting. What we have appears to be a file input form. We can upload something like PHP reverse shell and connect to this server. But before that, I'll check the questions again. So we have found the directories on the web server with the GoBuster tool. What is the hidden directory? The answer might be panel. And we were correct. Now we have to find a form to upload, which we have found, and get a reverse shell to find the flag. So I'll go to Google and search for PHP reverse shell pentest monkey. Click on the GitHub link and click on the file which ends in .php. This is the reverse shell code. Now I'll copy the code in my desktop, create a file, call the file shell.php and paste the code. We have to change only two fields. It is IP and the port. So I'll open my terminal, type IP A, and I can see this is my IP address. I'm using this interface to connect to the TryHackMe network. So I'll copy my IP address and change this. I will not change this port. I'm okay with the port 1234 and save this file. Now the file shell.php has been created. If I go to my target website and select the file shell.php and click on upload, I can see I have something that appears to be an error. So there might be a filter in the website which is preventing us from uploading .php file. So what if I change the file extension name to something like phtml? This is also a PHP file with just a different extension. This type of file can contain HTML and PHP code at the same time. In CTF challenges, this is often used to bypass filters which may block certain type of file extension. And I'll click on rename. Now the shell.php file has been renamed to shell.phtml. So I'll try uploading this file. So I can see we were successful. If I go to the uploads directory, I can see we have the file. So let's set up our netcat listener. I'll type the command nc for netcat and -lvp and the port that we will be listening to. Since we specified 1234 earlier, I'll listen on the port 1234 here. And now our netcat is listening on the port 1234. I'll click on the file and I can see that we got the shell. If I type who am I can see I'm logged in as this user. Now let's search for the user.txt file, and we can do this by typing find from the root directory. I want to search for a file, so dash type f for file, and the name of the file is user.txt, and I will redirect the error to the dev null file. I can see I got the full path of user.txt file. I'll copy this cat in double quotation, paste the path, and we got the user.txt flag. I'll copy this and paste the answer, and we were correct. Now we have to escalate our privilege to the root user by searching for a file with the SUID permission. SUID lets a program run with its owner's permission. So technically, if a file is owned by root and if it has a SUID permission, any user can run that file with root's privilege. They do not need to own that file. So let's take this in action. In my terminal, I'll search for SUID files with find command, and I will search the whole file system. Since I'm searching for a file, I'll specify it by typing dash type file. The permission of a SUID file is 4000, so dash perm dash 4000, and I will redirect all the error output to dev null file. And if I press enter, I can see a list of all the files with SUID permission. Now after checking the output, what stands out to me is that Python has SUID permission. This is very scary because an attacker can run arbitrary code and get the root privilege. So this is the file that is weird. I'll copy this and paste the answer, and we were correct. If I check the permission of this file by typing ls space la and paste the path of Python, I can see the owner of the file is root, but this S stands for SUID, so any user can run this file. So let's escalate our privilege by exploiting this SUID binary. So I'll go to Google and search for GTFO bins. This website contains a list of privilege escalation commands. I'll search for Python and click on SUID. Under SUID, I'll copy this command and in my terminal, paste the command. Now if I type who am I can see I'm logged in as the root user. So our privilege escalation was successful. I'll change to the root directory and cat out root.txt, and we got the final flag. I'll copy this and paste the answer, and we solved the RootMe CTF challenge from TryHackMe. So that is for the end of the video. If you like this video and want to watch more content related to ethical hacking or CTF challenge, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching.